Since its inception, Xolo has been trying to establish itself as a premium Indian smartphone brand. While it hasn't tried attacking the absolute top end of flagship devices, it has concentrated on the lower mid-range where most of the action is. Xolo has so far done fairly well, with the number of models that prioritized aspirational features such as gaming performance and a custom Android UI. Now, in an apparent diversion towards the low end, Xolo has launched a pair of sub-Rs. 10,000 devices under a new line, Xolo Omega. These near twins, the Xolo Omega 5.0 and the Omega 5.5, still promise some fairly impressive specifications. The two have a lot in common, with the main differences being screen size, camera resolution and battery capacity. We have the smaller of the two, which is priced Rs. 1,000 lower and is closer to the ideal size and weight for most people. Xolo has managed to budget an octa-core processor, the MediaTek MT6592M, into its spec for the Omega 5.0. This is a slightly cut-down version of our old friend, the MT6592, and runs at 1.4 GHz rather than 1.7 GHz. These two have powered nearly every octa-core smartphone we've reviewed so far, and now that a new generation is already upon us, they're finding their way into budget devices. The Xiaomi Redmi Note review, photos, for example, uses the MT6592, so it's interesting that Xolo has managed to compete with the Chinese behemoth in terms of specs and price. The screen is a 5-inch 720 by 1280 pixel panel with a density of 294p. This is quite sharp and we're relieved to see that Xolo hasn't cut corners. A lower resolution would have been quite apparent on a screen this size. Text should be large enough for most people to read comfortably. Xolo's new push into this competitive space is likely to be met with a warm welcome. While this phone isn't as polished as some of its competition in terms of outward appearances, it has more than enough going for it to make that irrelevant. The 5-inch screen is a good compromise between size and portability, and for those who want more there's either the Redmi Note or the Omega 5.5. If the camera is the most important feature for you, you might consider paying a little more for the Asus Zenfone 5. Entry-level Android phones have been a major force in the market this year, but with performance and specifications like this just a step above, it doesn't make much sense to go lower than this in price, unless you're really strapped for cash. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more reviews. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then.